Hello, everybody. Welcome to Trek on Tuesday. I am Gina, and you guys know Aaron very well. Aaron, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Thank you so much. I'm excited about today's show. We got a fun little, almost like a little game that we can play with help from our audience today. I'm excited.
Yes, so this is one of our very popular stories on scoutlife.org. It is a web exclusive, as behind the scenes Brian reminded us before we went live, and it is a pretty cool story you can check out there. But if you haven't looked at it yet, don't go there. Stay live with us. We're going to play a game. We're going to show you the picture, and we're going to ask you to guess which animal is in the picture. So that would require you to find these super camouflaged animals. Wink, wink. You're going to be able to find them, but do marvel at how amazing it is that they've got this like coats or scales, or I don't know what else animals are made of, furs.
Even
whatever.
sometimes the shape
Yeah.
might look like something from
Camouflage.
nature. Yeah, it's fascinating to see how well they can blend in. I've been fascinated in these kind of photos since I was like Cub Scout age. Like just the idea of a photo of the landscape with nature. Somewhere in there's an animal, and it's not always that easy to find.
Also, guys, we are using a new, very cool streaming platform today.
Look at Rusty.
Yeah, high five to Brian, behind the scenes Brian, who found it, and a high five to Rusty in Pack 84. Thank you guys for commenting. We're actually able to highlight comments as they come in, so make sure you're commenting along with the show. We're able to highlight your answer. So again, we're going to throw pictures of camouflaged animals up on screen. Let us know if you can find the hidden animal by commenting with what you see. Some of these are tricky because you may not know the name of the animal, but that's all part of the fun.
Yeah, bonus if you can get like the exact specific name of the animal, you will definitely get bonus points from that. But in general, we'll just accept cat, whatever it might be. Here's our first one right here. It might take you a second. There is an animal somewhere on this page camouflaged in pretty well. I'd be really impressed. Most of our audience members will probably be able to find it, but you guys know what it is?
Yes, if you know, be sure to comment, leave a comment. We could possibly show it up on screen. I see it, but I think that this is one of the trickier ones, to be honest. Some of these are really obvious. This one, in my opinion, is a little bit trickier.
And you can imagine in nature, right, in the wild, how tricky it would be, this vast open field of what appears to be sort of that brownish grass or vegetation. There's a little guy just standing there right in the middle of it. You can barely see.
Correct. Wendy is guessing deer. Pretty good guess. Well, Wendy,
it's not exactly a deer.
You see it, but it's actually called a, ready, Aaron?
Yes.
Jackal.
It is a jackal right there, kind of in the middle and a little bit down to the bottom right of the photo. A perfectly camouflaged jackal. Don't know exactly what he's doing, what he's waiting on, but pretty cool. Yeah, exactly.
So that's how this is going to go. Leave your comments and play along with us. Thanks for those of you who are commenting. I'm pulling up all of your comments now so I can make sure we are giving you credit for guessing. So what do we got next?
This is a tricky one because you can see the animal, but does anybody know what that is?
Yeah, if you know exactly what this species is, you are good, is all I can say.
I'll be really impressed. The challenge of this photo is not so much to find the animal, although it is interesting how well it is blended in to the rocks and its environment, right? It's perfect colors, absolute spot on colors to its environment back there. But I would love it if one of our audience members knew what kind of animal it is.
Jesse says bobcat. Christy says lynx. That's a very good guess.
Yeah, that is a good guess.
It looks so cute, but I don't think it's probably very nice.
Yeah, lynx is a really good guess. Are we allowed? I actually had never heard of this animal before. It's called a pallas cat. Pallas. It is a type of cat. So lynx, bobcat, you're on the right track. I agree. He looks like he could be grouchy. So
Weird.
I'm not sure that I want to stumble
It's
across
weird
him in the wild.
Contrast of very cute and angry.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Now here's a wild animal.
Now
that
is this camouflage?
You definitely need to watch out for the cute puppy dog. Do you know what kind of dog that is, Gina?
I'm gonna guess like some kind of a doodle, maybe. I don't know.
I don't either.
Audience, can you identify?
Yeah, maybe
what
you can help
kind
us
of
out because we actually don't
We
know
don't know.
what kind of dog that is, but it is a very cute one. And obviously, it has evolved to blend into the carpet in its house, which is very cute and very convenient.
Yeah.
Millions of years it took it to evolve to match that carpet.
Definitely the cutest animal in my book on here.
Absolutely.
Ooh. Can you guys tell what this is? This is actually, I mean, I've seen this kind of animal in pictures many a time, but I don't think I've ever seen it, you know, like right in front of the sand like this, and realized just how amazingly camouflaged it can be.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
you know, you see them kind of scuttle on the sand sometimes. I'm trying not to give away what it is. And it does like kind of just look like sand swishing around, I guess. This is just clicking for me now that these are camouflaged animals.
Yep. Very cool. Again, the pattern on this animal's looks like his back and his legs. It's crazy how close it is to the sand around it. Technically, Gina, it's a ghost crab. Very appropriate because it just looks like it disappears.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Now I like we went from sort of what looks like almost a tropical ocean floor to a more wintry foresty environment. And with the snow on the ground, you can see if you guys can spot the animal has some white marks on it. It kind of look like little bits of snow, right?
Absolutely. Anybody out there know what in the world this strange animal is?
Interestingly, the person who guessed on the very first one, they did that guess here. They'd be 100% correct.
Wendy says deer.
Thank you, Wendy. Yes.
And Wendy did say deer before. Christopher says white-tailed deer. Christopher, I also have to give credit because he knew ghost crab. Full name, ghost crab.
Good job, Christopher. Yes.
Yeah.
Corey, it looks like, has also guessed white-tailed deer. I think that's right, isn't it? It's got a white tail. You can see it back there.
Yes. If you are wondering how you get your comment big on screen, you need to be on.
Yep. So
out in case you're like,
is...
why aren't they ignoring my comment? I'm looking at all. Oh, I think we both cut out for a second.
Yeah,
I'm looking at all the comments, Gina. But if you want your comment, to show up on screen, you have to go to the Scout live stream.
All right. This one's actually tricky. When you look at this one, it doesn't. This is, I think, one of the trickier ones so far. This guy does not pop out at you right away. But again, interesting how it is camouflaged perfectly to the color of that vegetation around it. If you were a bird, say, hunting for this kind of thing to eat, good luck finding him.
Well, we're looking at just this picture pretty close. You know, we're looking at this animal pretty close. But imagine if you were standing back, there's a bush below. I don't think you'd see this little guy. Crystal says gecko. Jesse says lizard. What else have we got? Chameleon? I'd say that's pretty close.
Yeah, I would say so. Our question, Gina, are geckos and chameleons types of lizards?
Yes, but
I honestly don't know the answer to that.
I don't think this is either. I don't know, but I don't think it's a gecko or a lizard. I mean, it's a lizard. I don't think it's a gecko.
It is a lizard.
Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's a chameleon. I don't know.
I honestly don't know either.
It's a lizard.
But I like him. The correct answer, we will accept any of those, I think. But lizard is what we've been given as the answer.
Again,
I
see it.
Yep, pretty remarkable how he blends in with the brown and grayish color. I mean, all those details you can find in this guy's, we'll call it a coat or outer layer.
Right. Jesse says
owl. What it is.
Jesse says owl.
Yeah.
Now I don't know.
Jesse's
I don't know.
on top of it. Yeah.
Okay, the next one, I will be very impressed if anybody knows exactly what this is, because we don't. We do not know.
He's a cute little guy though, isn't he?
He looks, or she looks very distinguished.
Mhm.
Like, Christopher says great horned owl. I don't know if that was for the last one. I'm assuming for the last one.
That may have been the last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Christopher, let us know exactly what kind of bird this
could
one
be some kind of owl.
Maybe it's a great horned owl. I don't mean, who are we?
Look how his left wing has the same pattern as the tree branch.
Yeah, he's not a great horned
upon
owl.
which he is sitting. Yeah, because great horned owls have things that look like horns, right?
Yeah, Crystal says beautiful owl. She might have been talking about the last one as well.
They're both, that qualifies for both.
Yes, I mean, this guy is beautiful, or lady. Okay, this one's good. Tricky.
Yep.
I almost didn't see it.
It is tricky. You could definitely see if you were a predator without human logic and reasoning, how tricky it would be to spot one, right?
Right. And if you,
right in.
Yes, and if you're thinking, well, that's a frog, you're wrong. It's a tree frog.
Gotcha. This next one makes me very nervous because this is the first one where we've got a human. Yeah, doesn't that make you a little bit nervous to see that guy right next to the person's foot?
Don't you think that this has probably happened to us? Because the times I've seen
you don't even know it, right?
Yeah, of the times I've seen a snake, it's like it's because it just slithered off and I didn't even really notice it. I just heard it after the fact.
It saw you before you saw it, and thankfully slithered off. You look at he's got his hiking pole, it looks like. The snake is between his boot and his hiking pole, it looks like, right?
Good attention
to detail.
too
close for me. Yeah. No, it is a smaller snake.
Christopher says rattlesnake. Now, he's pretty specific and good at this. I think it's possible looking at the pattern on it. Anybody out there know for sure?
Yeah, I wonder.
We just know it's a snake.
That's right.
Now, this next one, we know exactly what
we've got we've got a very specific name for this one. And again, another pretty good camouflage job for this guy. Again, imagine if you're looking in real life at this rock formation, trying to find that guy on it somewhere.
Yes. If our viewers have actually gone up, our viewership is loving this. So just so you know, if you just tuned in, we are showing you pictures of camouflaged animals. You are guessing what the animal is and trying to spot it. Usually you can spot it, but mostly we're just marveling at how wonderfully camouflaged these animals can be out there.
And for an animal like this one, we actually have a little bit more information about the specific type of animal. This is one of those where I'll be really impressed if one of our viewers knows this. I've heard of this animal, but I don't know exactly what it is.
Right. Some of these animals we spotted and we said, hey, what are you? And then they just scampered off. We didn't get to find out like exactly what they were. This guy, we said, what are you? And he said, thank you for asking. So many people just think I'm a goat.
No one ever asks exactly what I am. Yes.
And he is indeed something no one could come up with, a Nubian ibex.
I have heard of an ibex, I-B-E-X. Have not heard of a Nubian ibex. Okay. But guys, you're looking at one right there.
This is a very interesting one to me. I would not spot these if I was looking at the ocean floor, to be honest with you. Yeah,
I'm not sure I would either. And I'd be curious to know how many of you guys see it. Is there more than one in this photo? Actually, it took me a while looking at it to be able to tell if there's more than one. I'd be curious to know how many you guys can spot.
A retroactive shout out to Jesse, who knew that was an ibex. Pretty close.
Jesse, dang, good job.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Good. Look at the big brain on Jesse. Very impressive.
This one is something I never heard of. It's called a crocodile fish.
I have not heard of that either. You can tell where it gets its name from. How many do you see in this picture, Gina?
3.
Yeah.
You?
I think you're right. I only saw the one with the fin going to the bottom left. Then I saw his buddy that's basically across from him. And then I saw the one with his head.
Mm-hmm.
You can just see his head sticking right at the camera. There's three of those bad boys right in that photo. That's pretty cool.
Right.
Okay.
Ooh.
Again, I'll be impressed if you can get the name of this animal. It's kind of clear what family of animals it belongs to, right? But if
Cats.
you can tell what,
Just kidding.
But if you can tell what it is specifically, I don't think it's a cat.
Well, one spoiler, one hint is that this animal, a more generic version of this animal, appeared earlier in the show. But it didn't look like this.
Nope. No, it did not.
I'll give you another hint. The first word in this species name has to do with its color.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Any guesses?
Uh-huh.
Not seeing any guesses.
Definitely blended in. It looks like the markings on his back even blend in, look like those whiter, I don't know if that's like a fungus or a moss or something growing on those trees.
Yeah.
Those details are pretty amazing. This is a golden jackal, everybody. A golden jackal. Very impressive.
Very. Okay. I never in my life saw an animal this color. This like, kind of an ombre color. And I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe this is always his color, but I'm wondering if maybe he changes colors. I don't know. Just an idea.
Perfect, again, based on his background. And again, you probably will be able to tell the general family that he comes from. But I'll be really impressed if someone can get the specific name of this species.
Yes, same here. Iguana. Wendy's guessing iguana. Pretty close.
It is close. That's not the specific name that we're looking for, though.
Now, I have seen this name before, and I think I associate it with like a green lizard.
Well, I wonder if they are, like you said, maybe they can change. This is a monitor lizard, Gina.
Yeah, I'm gonna
monitor lizard, which is pretty interesting. Yep. These next two photos kind of go together. Pretty clear what's in this one. Most people are going to know what that is, right? But maybe we can get Brian to show the next one real quick because they kind of go together. Not quite as clear. Yeah, not quite as clear in that one. Right.
Yeah. So
interesting how just a little movement like that into maybe some shadow. Not quite. It looks like maybe the sun has gone down a little bit in that second photo.
What I never associated this. I always associated this animal with being able to reach the branches on trees. I never associated it with kind of resembling a tree branch itself. I am wondering what are the predators to this animal? I guess maybe lions or something.
Yep.
Do lions eat this animal?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow. We're going to do some learning on that after the show. This is a cheetah, right?
Nope. This is wrong, Gina. This is a giraffe. You can tell because he's got a long neck, Gina.
Kel got that one, and so did Wendy, by the way.
Good job, guys. Very impressive. You guys are smarter than Gina, who thought it was a cheetah.
Right.
Is this a cheetah right here, Gina?
Looks pretty close. It does look like the same family.
This was also, I think, someone guessed this earlier, right? At the time, it was incorrect, but if you want to just move that guess up to the present day right now.
Yes, somebody
you'll get it.
See, I would have guessed bobcat if it was me. This is actually a lynx.
Yeah, this looks like to me what I think of a bobcat looking like.
Those
we have
ears.
it on scientific evidence.
Right.
This is actually a lynx. Yeah. So
somebody
I guess
somewhere said it was a lynx.
They're pretty similar, I guess. That spotting sure does look like bobcatty to me.
Right. Okay, we have a handful more of these. Everybody, please comment along. Can you guess what animal is in the photo? It's not much of a guess on some of them, but all of them are just fantastically adapted to camouflage themselves in their natural environments. With
Here's
one
my
exception that we
question.
already passed, which was a dog
Right.
that just happened to look like the rug.
Here's my question on this one, though. Can you tell me, can a viewer tell me, is this a grizzly or a brown bear or a black bear?
Aaron, can you tell us?
No, I really don't know.
Well, I don't think, as soon as I say something, it will be wrong.
That's why I'm not going to say anything because I don't know.
It's a grizzly.
Okay.
Wendy does, and so does Todd. So I'm probably wrong. Hello to
This is
Todd.
the kind of thing you should probably know because when you're camping and stuff like that, if you're in bear country, I think if you were to run into one of these, how you would react depends on what kind it is. If you can recognize what kind it is, that can give you a clue as to the best way to react or not react, right? If it's okay to make yourself really big, right? Make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Or if it's better to crawl up into a ball.
It doesn't look like a brown bear exactly. It doesn't look like a grizzly exactly. I'm doing some Googling, as you guys can tell, just to see if I can.
Well, we have two viewers who
you know
already
what?
said grizzly, right?
It's a grizzly. It's a grizzly. Ted says it's a grizzly.
I trust Ted.
Me too.
These are a couple cute little guys right here.
Mischievous little guys. Mischievous.
For sure, up to no good.
They look like they're just hanging out in a tree, Aaron.
Yeah, maybe. Up to no good in that tree, though.
No, yeah, probably not. These guys are you definitely know what they are. So we will cut to the chase. They are raccoons. Everybody knows what a raccoon looks like because you either love them or you don't love them.
Yes. Now this next one,
tricky,
kind of freaks me out. And actually, it took me a second. Now that I know where this animal is, it's pretty obvious. But I admit, Gina, it took me a second to find this one because it looks so much like just a log or a piece of floating debris along the river. Maybe for everybody else, it'll pop out right away. But I found myself looking sort of around the edges at everything other than the actual animal itself before I realized, oh, it's right there in my face, basically.
Yes, you guys have probably spotted the snake in this photo. If it was a snake, it would have bitten you. And
I definitely would not have seen it, yes.
And it would have bitten you. I like this one. You don't necessarily think of this little bright guy as a leaf camouflage. Right. Now is there more than one in this?
That's a great question. Yeah. So there's one of the leaves. I think there is more than one, right? One of the leaves in this pond is not a leaf.
Two of the leaves.
Maybe two. Yeah. Let us know if you see any more. I think there's only two, right, Gina? Am I looking at it right?
I think there's only two. Gabby says froggy. And I gotta say, yep.
Wendy says frogs. How many did you guys see?
How many did you guys see? Good question.
Because the one
I see two
on the left, I do too. That one on the left does look like a leaf. Really looks like a leaf. The one on the right does too.
But they're not. They're frogs.
They're froggies.
Believe it or not.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh.
This is one of the few where, again, we know not only what kind of an animal is, but the specific kind of animal.
Right.
This one's cool. Yeah. He blends in super good.
He really does. This is none other than as Gabby says, another big fat frog. But
what kind of frog though, Gabby?
It's a wood frog.
So wood frog, because it looks like a piece of wood, basically.
Yeah.
Which is what's right below it, right?
Right.
Here's another kitty.
This is the cheetah.
If you know what kind it is, Gina thinks it's a cheetah.
I actually really do confuse this one with a cheetah quite often.
Totally. I wouldn't know if I didn't know. I wouldn't know. There's no way.
Yeah. So when you can see them compare, I'm not convinced. I don't think it is a cheetah, but it's hard. You could tell me it is, and I would believe it.
I would too.
Just your standard leopard, I suppose.
This is a leopard. Yep. Yeah, if you told me it was a cheetah, I'd believe you. I wouldn't know.
A leopard cannot change its spots, but it can blend in to a tree and take a nap. And now
He-
that guy's not even blending because of predators. It's just blending because he wants to hide himself from his prey.
He got a comfortable spot. Yeah.
Yeah, and that too. This is my favorite.
Yeah, this guy's pretty tricky. And if he stood perfectly still, again, if you were scanning the woods, and he was perfectly still, you could totally miss him.
Right. What do you guys definitely see it, but let us know what it is. We only know what it is generically.
Yeah.
Which is
we don't know the color of this one's tail.
Aaron, what is this animal?
This is a deer.
Okay.
That one is a deer.
Sure, I knew that.
This next one makes me nervous. I'm sure that this photo was taken by a photographer with a really long lens. They're probably like 10, 15 feet away.
This snake
looks
ready
too close. Yes.
Well, we know it's a snake. You probably know what kind of snake it is, but let us know.
Yeah.
I just feel like however far this photographer was, doesn't matter. The snake had eyes on him or her.
It's not far enough. Yeah. That makes me, looking at this photo, makes me extremely nervous.
Omid sees it. This is a rattlesnake.
Yep, you can see his kind of creepy looking rattler right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there in the middle.
It takes a really good photographer to get these photos because these animals, the photographer is basically doing the same thing as these animals, laying in wait, trying to camouflage, sitting for hours usually, sometimes the entire day or more just to get these photos.
Absolutely.
This, Aaron, is another big fat frog.
Who's blending in very nice and looks like some mossy leaves and stuff like that, maybe on the surface of a pond or even a little puddle or something, right?
Yep. This next one reminds me of my dog.
So again, the general, it's pretty clear, I think, what kind of animal it is, but I would love it if anybody could identify the specific species. I can give people a clue. This guy is a mascot for an NBA basketball team. So anybody who follows the NBA,
I knew it was a maverick.
Might be able to get that. Gina, it's not a maverick.
People are thinking this is a fox.
It's actually not a fox, folks. It's not. It's actually the mascot for an NBA team up north, where it gets nice and cold. Probably why this guy has thick, heavy fur, because it gets really cold up there.
This is Aaron.
Say it?
Yeah.
This is a Timberwolf. A Timberwolf.
Yep.
Blends in very good to in the surrounding grass. Looks like he's got his head kind of snuggled down into the dead grass and debris and things like that.
He looks kind of mean, kind of cute.
Yeah, exactly.
Mark makes a great point. We need to do a better job promoting Trek on Tuesday. He's on Facebook pages a lot and he doesn't always see this. So thank you for letting us know, Mark. We will continue to promote the show. We are on every Tuesday at 3. And this is almost, we're coming up on having done this for 2.5 years. Is that right, Aaron?
Well, we started we started right in like spring 2020, right?
Yeah.
So next spring will be a full 3 years.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're sitting at about 2.5 this fall. Yeah.
So we definitely need to keep promoting, reminding everybody we're out there, but we ask you guys to do that as well. Be sure to tag somebody in the comments who you think might enjoy discovering animals with us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys see the animal in this one? It's pretty cool.
It's kind of tricky. It's
beautiful.
Very cool. Yeah.
Now, we don't know exactly what it is, but I would like to know. What kind of bird is this?
I don't know what kind of bird that is. But it did take me a second to find him. Once again, I'm looking all around the picture. He's right there on the left side.
Yep.
I'm not sure what kind of bird that is.
I don't know either, but somebody's going to tell us. Macaw sounds like a good guess. Gabby knew it was a bird. Good.
Yep.
Omid says beautiful green parrot. It could be.
Could totally be a parrot, Omid. Yeah, could totally be.
Okay. We're coming up on
This
our
one
last
is
few
funny.
here. This is my
This one is
absolute
funny.
least favorite.
This is funny because that looks like a salad that a human's about to eat with a fork, but right there in the middle of it is something that doesn't belong
This is my
in the
worst
salad.
nightmare.
Can you imagine, Gina?
This is my worst nightmare. Yeah, no, I can't imagine.
Yeah, that would be terrifying to have this guy. Do you know what kind of bug this is?
I think I do.
I'm about
Well,
to Google it myself.
I don't know the exact name. I know more specifically than an insect. I'm pretty sure it's a grasshopper or a cricket, but I think it's a
Okay.
grasshopper. Hate to see it, but I hope
You
you
don't
got a
think
good
it's a-
lunch out of the meal.
You don't think it's a Katydid?
Oh, you think it is?
Yeah. I don't know for sure, but there's a bug called a Katydid that looks a
heard of
lot
that.
like this.
You're right, Aaron.
And isn't the reason is the reason why it's called that is because it makes a song, it sings, and it sounds like it's saying Katydid? Did I just believe that? Is that not really true? And that's something that people believe that's not true?
No, I think that's true. It's worth noting that people call them bush crickets. They are related to grasshoppers and crickets. I guess they also used to be called longhorned grasshoppers. They've honestly gone by every possible name in that family, it seems like.
Literally every possible name. This last photo is the hardest one, Gina. There are multiple animals in this one, I believe.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, this is actually this is our last one. And we saved the most tricky one for last as well. Can you guys tell us what, if any, animals you see in this photo?
Some
Gina?
people are pointing out, sorry, back to the bug, the Katydid, that he was also edible.
Is he?
Yeah.
Would you eat him, Gina?
No, absolutely not.
Neither would I.
Would you prefer to eat him and not know you ate him? Or would you prefer to see him and never eat again?
You definitely wouldn't want to know. I wouldn't want to know.
Well, so you would rather eat him and have no idea than not eat him and spot him?
Oh, no, I'd rather not eat him if that's a choice. If I'm choosing between eating him and not eat him, I'm choosing not eating him. Is that my choice?
Well, it's your choice, but I think I would rather have eaten him and had no clue that it happened than see it. And I think I'd never be able to eat salad ever again in my life.
So traumatized you'd never be able to eat salad again.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I would be able to know that I'd probably just flick them off and eat the rest of the salad.
Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. Back to the very fun one.
This is a tricky one. It actually took me a while to find it, but I finally found the item that is in here. Yeah, I see them. They're tricky. Do you see them, Gina?
Honestly, I see what I think is our ducks in the bottom left corner. But
you just spoiled it. But yes, in the bottom left corner, it looks to me like a mama and a baby duck.
Okay.
In the bottom left corner, if you guys can see them right next to that rock, they are blended in magnificently. Very tricky to find, actually.
Sean says, are those some type of guinea fowl, puffin related? Some type of bird. Final answer. You are definitely right with your final answer.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I think they're some kind of ducks.
We believe that they are ducks.
Somebody says there's a snake under one of the.
I don't see a snake in there. Do you, Gina?
Rocks, but I believe it. But again, I do not know. There's a reason why snakes are sneaky.
Yes, exactly. Well, very, very cool set of photos there. Gina, thank you for going through those with us.
This was very fun. Guys, it's been very exciting to be here with you today on our new streaming platform. We're checking it out, trying it out.
Little did you guys know that you helped us test this platform out today. You were kind of our beta testers. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching. By the way, I was just thinking that, if any of you guys are, Cub Scout family Cub Scout leaders, this would be kind of pretty fun activity, pretty fun dinner activity. You can go through the slideshow at go.scoutlife.org/hidden animals. Sheena, do we have you? Do we read you?
I'm here.
We lost you for a second.
I could hear you, but yeah, sorry,
okay,
guys.
We couldn't hear you for a second, so I'm sorry if I was talking over you. I was just pointing out that, hey, you can find the story in the URL right below us. Maybe show it off at one of your Cub Scout den meetings this fall. Pretty fun den activity.
Absolutely. Yeah, check out the story. Be with us. Join us again on Friday at 2 p.m. Central. We have Cub Chat Live. And then next Tuesday at 3 p.m., Trek on Tuesday shall be back again. Everybody, thanks. Aaron, thank you. Behind the scenes, Brian, thank you. And to our new streaming platform, thank you very much.
Thank you to our new streaming platform for doing so well. We appreciate that.
All right, everybody. See you next time.
Bye, everybody.